Hello, welcome back. I'm going to take a brief break from the reloading series that I've started. I'm just going to have a quick rant today about the primer shortage going on in the country, and then we'll get back to the series. Look for the next release a little bit later today, and we're going to be covering differences in bullet types. So be on the lookout for that. So just a few minutes today, I do want to talk about the primer shortage that is going on right now in the country, and there's a few reasons behind this. Gavin from ultimatereloader.com released a video later this week, earlier this week I should say. Had some great reasons behind it. I'll link to his video in the description below if you want to check that out. You know, there's really four things that are going on here in my opinion, and I'm going to go ahead and rank these in order of what I believe to be most likely to least likely. Number one, the manufacturers just can't keep up with the demand. You know, a lot of new gun owners out there obviously buying up a lot of ammo. That obviously takes a lot of primers. And reloaders are probably doing some stockpiling, or maybe not using or buying as many primers as they used to. So number one, the manufacturers just can't keep up with the demand. I think that's probably the number one thing that's going on. Number two, there's a thing called just-in-time manufacturing, or JIT for short. And what that means is manufacturers only make what the consumers are demanding at that point in time. And there's a good reason for that. That keeps prices low. They don't have to store stuff. They can just make what's being demanded at that time, ship it out in the trucks, it gets sold, and then they have more, you know, waiting in the background. So just-in-time manufacturing is just a little slow right now. There's too much demand, and there's not enough supply. Number three, the primers that are being manufactured are going into factory ammunition. And I do think that, again, a lot of people buying ammunition, those obviously require primers. The factories are probably going to get the primers before those are shipped out to consumers and to the reloaders. I think that is definitely one of the factors involved here. Number four, I think this is probably the least likely. That the manufacturers, including CCI, for example, maybe just have low staff right now. Maybe they have some COVID infections themselves within their businesses. I know CCI is based out of Lewiston, Idaho. I don't think there's many restrictions going on up in Nez Perce County, which is where Lewiston's at. I'm based out of Idaho, obviously. I know what's going on. I'm not aware of any restrictions up there, but Federal, Stellar and Bullet, you know, there might be some other manufacturers that might have some staffing issues actually directly related to COVID. So those are sort of my top four, and to be honest with you, I think it's a mix of all four. I think all four are coming into play here and really affecting things. So how do we fight through this? How do we get out of this together as both ammunition purchasers and reloaders? Well, the best thing you can do is keep buying. If it's available and you need it, buy it. That sends a clear signal to the manufacturers that the demand is still there, and that they either need to continue production or ramp up production to meet the high demand right now. So number one, keep buying. Don't stop buying. If it's available, you do need to buy it. Number two, this is probably most important, work with your reloading community. I buy and sell a lot on my local website called Z Idaho. I am more than willing to trade with other reloaders for materials that they need if I have the materials that they need. I'm more than willing to work with my local reloaders. We are a community, and I think that is probably just as important. So number one, keep buying. Don't stop buying. If you need it, get it if it's available. That's a clear signal to the manufacturers that they either really need to ramp up production, would be my guess. It's tough right now, I understand, but we'll get through this together. So keep buying and work with your community. Share with your fellow reloaders. It's very important. We are a good community here, and that's very important. All right, that was my little rant today. And again, the next series in the reloading is coming up here later today, so be on the lookout for that. Subscribe. And if you have a comment, I'd love to start a discussion with you down below. So please post a comment and like and subscribe. Thanks very much.